Well, one of the key tools in tackling the infection as rates rise is the track and trace system, which has been criticised for not getting to enough people. Well, councils in the capital say they are better placed to reach more people locally and want the government to give them more responsibility and more money to do that. One is using its own contact tracing system, as our political editor Tim Donovan reports.
We're just going to one of the blocks. We've got a vulnerable tenant that lives there. The NHS have been trying to contact the tenant and they contacted our trace and track team.
Hasnet's a housing officer here on the White City estate in Shepherd's Bush, and he's spending a lot of time now tracing people with COVID. People the NHS couldn't reach. It begins with a door knock and then this.
Hello, housing officer.
And if there's still no response, he drops off a card asking the person to get in touch within 24 hours. Some people are certainly hard to reach, and that's what's making it difficult to get a clearer picture of the extent of COVID.
Why do you think people don't contact sometimes?
There may be a few reasons. Some people may be scared. The other one is some don't have a phone. It's a lot of confusion. They may not think they've got the symptoms.
Sorry to hear that.
The council only go round in person to someone's address if they fail to get through on the phone. All the information is updated in real time electronically, a dashboard showing that Hammersmith is tracing well over 80% of people. Compare that to figures hovering around 60% for the central track and trace system.
I think that's because we're the local authority and they trust us more than they trust the government. So we're able to reach the people that they can't reach.
Back on the White City estate, Hasnet's bumped into another elderly tenant. He should be shielding.
He has received a letter to stay home, but because he's on his own, he hasn't got no family here, he struggles.
The extent of this local intelligence, relationships long established, is why the council thinks it should have an even bigger role now.
The government needs to think differently. It's thought about big companies costing a lot of money, doing big, and we now know, not very successful things. And it now needs to take the system, take the funding and the investment and put it in local authorities.
Estates like this across London are gearing up for a prolonged second wave, which will stretch resources to the limit. Tim Donovan, BBC London.